Hello and welcome.
Are we arm gesturing now?
Tribes. I'm arm gesturing always.
Jazz hands.
It's number 47.
Welcome, everybody.
It's exciting.
It's very exciting.
Almost a full year.
Yes.
And if you've been subscribed from the beginning, bless your heart.
Bless your kind heart.
We love you.
I think it's been over a year. We've just taken
We've taken a couple breaks.
a couple breaks with like holiday or
traveling and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we started in March last year.
We did. It's been a year.
Man, we should have written that date down. I feel like
we could probably check it on our Instagram, maybe. Like,
yes.
see what date our first.
Yeah, we sure
Instagram.
can. But welcome.
Anywho, we are talking today about our favorite national park and a national park that is on our bucket list.
Yes.
There's so many, and I feel like, I did not grow up national parking. Like, by the time my dad and mom got to, they had 3 boys and then 2 girls together, it was like, we've done the camping, the hiking, we've checked that off, now to the hotel.
Here's a Nordstrom card, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, like we're resorts. And not that I'm complaining.
Yeah.
But I have recently discovered the national parks with my boys.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
Well, and I think too, like my idea of a national park was always like the big ones, right? Like, I won't mention them because we're going to be talking about them, but it meant like a big amount of land that was preserved by the state, and that's what I thought of. But there are so many national parks that are like in cities. Like when we went to DC, like I think Ford's Theater, where Lincoln was shot, is considered a national park. Yeah, like because it's a preserved, I could be wrong,
area.
but things like
Isn't
that.
Doheny, is that a state park or a national park?
I have no idea.
We should have researched
this. But my point is, it's not just, oh, let's go to this state way, way far away because we've heard about this national park. Like, there are more accessible national parks in your state.
In your area.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now I can't get enough. And every time we
You're a junkie.
I am. We come around to a holiday. I'm like, okay, Eric, which one are we going to? He's kind of like, okay.
He's like, I'm going to do Magic Mountain. You're like, not a national park.
Nope.
Doesn't
can't
count.
do it. Sorry. So I've really only seriously been national parking for maybe 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. Well, because the boys were younger.
Yeah. But we've been catching up. We've been making time.
Yes, you have.
Yeah. So, Kay, what is your favorite national park?
It's no secret. I've written about it. I've talked about it. Matt wants to live there, but it's Yosemite National Park. Now, this is my favorite for lots of reasons. It's kind of an easy favorite because it's in California, but I grew up in Fresno, which is like an hour and a half away from Yosemite. So I used to go there all the time as a kid, and we would do just day trips, and we would ski there, and we would take...
I didn't even know you could ski there.
I didn't know that either. I didn't realize that Sierra Summit and Badger Pass, which were the ski resorts I went to growing up, are in Yosemite. I was like, oh, they're like an hour and a half away, and Matt's like, they're in Yosemite. I'm like, no, they're not. Totally in Yosemite. Sierra Summit is called China Peak now, but like, you have no idea like the scope of like these national parks.
Yes.
There's also river rafting at Yosemite that like I had no idea it was connected through that.
It's gigantic.
It's enormous. It's super iconic. We still are trying to do. Oh my! I'm just blanking. Half Dome.
It's amazing. I actually did it when I was 16.
With a backpack or no? Like, did you do the day hike?
Day. All day. I've never felt soreness like that in my life.
Yes. So Matt's turning 40 this year, and he has said that he wants to do it. Yeah.
I get the hairball out right here.
That's cool. But I mean, we're old, and I don't know if we're gonna handle it.
You can do it. Come on. Here's the thing about hiking that I'm always amazed at.
Mom,
I'm a better hiker than a backpacker.
Mom, look at that girl.
But go ahead. Sorry.
Like
Mom.
the older, not the oldest, but the most out of shape men
She's not finished.
could totally throw on a backpack and hike. Like, haven't exercised in years, and they can just do it. which is always amazing to me.
Maybe it's a mindset thing.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Because I'm like, okay, got this hike coming up. Need to get on like the stair mill, make sure I'm set. Even when we backpacked in Yosemite 2 summers ago, I was like, got to do the step-ups. Get the step-ups in. And I was very glad because we had this like deathly switchback area with our packs on. That the whole time up, I was like, sure glad I did those step-ups.
Yeah. I mean, what I've explored of Yosemite is so small. The 30 years I've been exploring Yosemite is still such a small portion of that park. Like, we've never done Half Dome. We've never done the entire John Muir Trail. We've never done, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, there's just so much you can do. And I just watched Free Solo last night, and now I'm all pumped to go rock climbing.
To go rock free climbing El Capitan.
If you haven't seen that movie, if you're afraid of heights, don't watch that movie.
It's crazy.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Like, it deserved all the awards that it got, but
It's crazy though.
no, good for him. Like,
But that is like the beauty of the national parks. It's not like one visit, we've kind of done it all.
No.
The end. There's just a million things to do and see and experience.
and to me, like, it always boils down to, like, I'm just so amazed every time I go to the park how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
And, like, just to see, like, the face of the mountains when you're in the valley, and, like, to go to the tunnel view. Like, you're just, every single time I'm so surprised at how beautiful it is. And, like, your depth perception is off because your vision has never seen that deep. Like, anyways, that's one reason why we love it. Yeah.
Yes.
What about you?
I'm going to go with Yellowstone. We went there this summer. I'm sure you know. I've written all about it. But again, never been there. Heard about it my whole life. And finally took our kids there. And it was funny because when we were planning the trip, my husband was like, are we really going to spend 6 days in Yellowstone? I was like, yes.
Yes, we
like,
are. Now it's 7.
There's like so many places, different. It's huge.
Yeah.
Like Yellowstone is gigantic. And after we were done, he's like, we could come back. Like, there was tons of stuff we didn't even see.
Yeah.
And it was like being on another planet, you know, just like these geysers going off, or you're like in the trees by the mountains or by the lake. And it was just captivating.
I think it was so smart too that you did it with an RV because the park is so big, you were able to drive and park and sleep.
Yeah.
Drive and park and sleep instead of being like, okay, we're gonna head to Yellowstone for the day and then stay at this hotel wherever, or
'Cause then
just
you spend
outside.
too much time driving.
Then you're just not using the most of your time. That's
So
for
it's
sure.
like we would pick one campsite and see everything around that campsite for a day or two, and then go to the next section of the park and stay there and see everything around there. Yeah, because we really didn't want to spend all our time driving. We wanted to see all the stuff.
Yeah, and getting in and out of national parks, like, a lot of times it takes like an hour to get from the gate to where you want to go. Like, there's so much more driving even once you're inside the park that you don't really take into consideration.
That's true. So
Yeah.
Yellowstone, I love it. It has my heart. But side note, you think, I'm going to Yellowstone in the summer, it's going to be hot. It's not hot. Bring your sweatshirts, bring pants, bring your beanies, because it's never hot. It's always a little chilly. So,
Good advice.
hint.
Or hit a hot spring. Just live in the hot springs while you're there.
And we kept saying, can you imagine the people that discovered this? Like, they're just hiking along in the wilderness, and then just like
A geyser?
shoots up. Be like, what in the
If
world?
that's not a sign from heaven, I don't know what else is. They're like, is this where we're supposed to? No? Okay, no, we're not settling
no.
here. No, that's a no.
You're like
we'll keep
walking
going.
through this like fragile crust and
Yeah.
just like fall through.
Okay, we'll keep going. We'll just rope this section
Yes.
off.
They didn't have the nice boardwalks.
No,
Stay on.
no.
Funny.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about our bucket list national parks. And I mean, again, the list is so long, but I cannot see enough of Banff.
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 The water.
Everything. Like the water with the juxtaposition of the mountain and the colors, and I secretly love Canada. Like, I've only been once.
It is beautiful.
Canada is really
Canada
beautiful.
is beautiful.
And I kind of, if the U.S. goes to pot, I'm not opposed to moving up north.
Yeah, but your dollar just got worth less.
Well, healthcare? Isn't that what everyone
I'm going to
argues?
Mexico. It's warm.
Oh, I'm not going to Mexico.
Oh my gosh, it's so much warmer.
Someone's
I will
going to
take
steal my
chips.
children.
I'll take chips and salsa over poutine every day of the week.
Oh, no, but it's the whole French. I'll go to the French part
No,
of
no.
Canada, and my kids will be so cultured. That's the difference between us.
Cultured
Are you
and
noticing?
Cold.
They'll be cold, but you know what? They'll be home safe. Yours are going to be working in a factory
No
somewhere
way.
because somebody stole them.
No, we're gonna
Some drug lord kidnapped Max and is putting him to... That's what's going to happen.
live in like the walled off expat.
Like Man on
area.
Fire.
We're not gonna live in Mexico City. Anyway, we're off topic.
So Banff.
Yeah.
Plus, I really
agree.
like saying it.
And if you're a fan of Cruise America, they have Cruise Canada. You can rent an RV in Canada and do Banff.
Can't wait.
Okay, mine is Glacier National Park. And the problem with getting to Glacier is I do not want to go there in the winter.
Where is it?
It's in Montana, very close to Yellowstone.
It just sounds really cold. That sounds cold.
Yeah. Glacier for spring break is out. It has to be Glacier National Park at the end of August.
Because that's when it's the warmest.
Yes. But that picture with like the multicolored rocks and the clear lake and the mountains, that and the Tetons, the Grand Tetons.
Yes.
I really need to get to and do Jackson Hole. But again, this is a summer thing because I do not like to be cold.
Which is good though, because your kids are out in the summertime anyways. Like it's not like you're
Yeah.
going to take them on a 2-week vacation
No,
in October. You know,
I'd like to, but that time is
you
past.
could, but then you'd get a truancy letter like I got.
Oh, every year get that stupid.
I was like, oh,
truancy
it's our
letter.
annual truancy
know.
letter.
Yay, we made it 2 weeks early this year. Whatever.
Unbelievable. My kid's there getting A's. Be
I
happy
know.
about it.
I am,
That's another off
I
topic.
am showing them culture and
Yes.
experiences.
I'm sorry that you do not think my family vacation is an excuse, school district.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyways, you guys, so many fun parks out there.
so many.
And tell us where you've been and what your
Yes.
favorite is.
Give us more ideas
Yeah.
where to go. So, until next week, stay salty.
Bye.